Hello, everyone. Our text and kind of story for today comes from Mark 3 and Luke 6, where Jesus spends the night praying to his Father to identify his 12 disciples, his closest friends, the one he's going to do life with, which is crazy to think about because Jesus, if anybody doesn't need anybody, it's him. But he chooses to live in relationship and community with these 12 disciples, or called apostles, like sent ones. And what I find so interesting is the ragtag bunch of misfits he chooses. Right? You got one extreme to the other. You got a tax collector, so he's working for the enemy, the oppressors, Rome, to a zealot who essentially wants to terrorize the oppressors, to Judas Iscariot, who's going to betray Jesus and kind of knows it, and Jesus still chooses him, still loves him, still invests in him. I mean, can you imagine hanging out with that crew? The spectrum of like world views, history, how they say, like it's so fascinating. Imagine being in a group with like maybe somebody who in our world we would say maybe is extreme left on the political spectrum to the extreme right on the political spectrum, and having them in a group together, spending life together. It'd probably get a little dicey. And now what's even crazier to think is, as interesting as Jesus choosing those 12, is that he chose you. And he chose me. Talk about a ragtag bunch of misfits. That incredibly, despite our sinfulness, our brokenness, in the ways we still like fail or fall short, he chose you. He loves you. He died for you. He rose for you. He invites us to be his disciples, to follow him. And then he sends us out with his mercy, his grace, his power, his authority to be his hands and feet. Well, that is so wild and so crazy, yet so good. And so my encouragement for today is just to dwell on that. Be blown away that Jesus chose you, that he loves you, that he sends you out with his mission, his purpose, and his power. Have a wonderful and glorious day.